Hey guys, it's Ricky. I'm back for a second video, and this video in particular is gonna be about relationships. And before I start this video, I just want to say everything that I say applies to both genders. So if I say something where I say one gender and then start talking about something, don't think that it's only about that gender because this applies. Everything I say applies to both genders. So um, what I want to talk about relationships is that basically I'm going to tell you guys what I feel a relationship should be and what relationships actually are pretty much at this time. And what I think relationships should be is that two people that love each other so much that they can never live without each other. They can't go a day without seeing each other. They can't go a day without talking to each other. No matter what race, ethnicity, religious beliefs, gender, no matter what, if they want to be together, they should be together. And what I say this is because I've been seeing a lot of things lately that apparently don't meet up to these standards. And those things that I see a lot are basically things that don't even come close to a relationship. And it makes me somewhat angry because people complain all the time about why can't I find someone faithful, or why can't I find someone that will only stick to me, or why do all guys have to be players. That's the usual things that I hear all the time. But the truth is basically that both genders to this day are basically not being faithful at all. And I'm not going to come and say that there aren't some relationships that aren't faithful, because there definitely are. It's just that there's a really low count of them lately. And the thing that I want to explain to you guys is that, like, for, alright, my gender. Guys, I understand a lot of you think that playing girls and cheating on them and, like, breaking their heart is cool and stuff, but what you gotta understand is that when you break a girl's heart, you leave them scarred. And what you're not understanding is that it psychologically hurts them. But you guys seem to not understand that because you just like to use them for your own little games, whether it's just you want to talk to them for a little bit and then keep talking to her while you're talking to someone else, or you just talk to her, date her, but in all reality you don't really care for her, and then you go behind her back and cheat on someone. That's something that you really should have thought of before you started going out with that person, because now not only is that person hurt, but the person that you were cheating with probably never even knew that you had a girlfriend, or vice versa. And it hurts both of those people because they probably wouldn't have wanted to get between you guys, and you ended up screwing something up that could have been great for all of you. And the thing is, today is like a lot of people apparently they like to lead people on, and that's basically goes back to the thing with the guys and the girls just like basically not being faithful. Like, if you're gonna talk to someone, don't talk to them just to talk to them. If you're talking to them, you're talking to them for a reason, because you either want something with them, or if you don't want something with them, you should at least make it clear from the beginning that you don't. That way they don't get too attached. And like what I still don't understand is that although people do talk to one person, a lot of the times them talking to that one person, they're also talking to numerous other people while they talk to that one person. Now, what I don't understand is, explain to me the point of how that makes any possible sense. Like, what is your reasoning for that is basically my question, because you're not getting anything out of that. You're talking to numerous people at once, and basically nothing's going to get done. You're most likely not going to wind up in a relationship with any of them, just because they'll wind up finding out you talk to other people. Trust me, it gets found out. It always does. And that basically, what I'm saying is that that's not right, because you're making all those people that you talk to feel like you're only talking to them and maybe that they have a chance with you. And the truth is, you wind up hurting their feelings right after you're done because you didn't want anything serious with them, or you just wanted to like talk to them and not continue what you were doing. If you start something, in my perspective, you should finish it because that was your choice to start it. Quitting before you, basically during something that you're doing, to me, is a sort of cowardness and something that should be left with people that just don't have any respect for others. Because when you quit something in the middle of what you're doing, basically it's like you've given up or you just don't care anymore. And what people don't understand is that they care. The people that you're speaking to care. And it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, personally, if you talk to someone, you're basically looking for something more than just talking. So why continue to do what you're doing? Both sides love to talk to numerous people, or they do talk to one person, but the whole time they're just leading them on because they don't actually want anything serious. Make your intentions clear from the get-go. Don't lead someone on and then all of a sudden just cancel everything, making them think otherwise. And another thing about relationships off of that now is, although there's not many cases of it anymore, there's still many abusive relationships out there. People may not know, obviously, because it's behind closed doors. But the truth is, I'm almost 100% sure there's still numerous amounts. And in my perspective, abusive relationships, that's not even a relationship to me. That's not love. That's not caring. That's not thinking about the other person in any way, shape, or form. That's not giving your heart out to them. That's none of that, because if you love that person the way you say you do, there would be no reason for you to lay a hand on any one or the other, because both genders can be the victim. So whether anyone thinks so or not, the truth is abusive relationships are still going on till this day. And to me, that's something that should just not ever happen. If you're in a relationship, you care about that person. Why would you want to abuse, destroy them physically and mentally? Because not only are you hitting them, hurting them, doing something physical, but that scars them also. That's what people aren't understanding. So if there is an abusive relationship that you know of, you really should go and say something, because that person is not happy. Whether they want to believe so or not, they're really not happy. The other person somehow manipulates that person into thinking they're happy, because that other person may feel that they may not get another chance at love, or they may not get another chance to be with someone else that they think, just because they've been with this person for pretty much a long time. So I guess what I'm asking from you guys is that if you know someone that is in an abusive relationship, say something. Don't be scared just because of the consequences that may happen, because you can be saving someone right now. And in all honesty, that's probably one of the best things you can do for relationship-wise now, is save someone from getting hurt even further and may even come close to death just from being abused. So, to sum this all up pretty much, relationships today, choose wisely who you're talking to, because in all honesty, many people in our generation don't really, they don't really live up to their word the way you think they would. And like I said, I'm not saying all genders and people in general do that. It's just that this day, a lot of, pretty much, obviously, teenagers, they're experimenting and they don't understand the way the other person is thinking. So next time you want to talk to someone, make your intentions clear and really listen to what they have to say and what they put on the table, because if they're not putting in the same effort as you are to keep something going, honestly, you shouldn't go for it. And another thing that I really didn't get to was, a lot of times these days, people base everything on looks. I'm not sure what the deal with that is, because apparently people aren't comprehending that looks pretty much mean nothing. Looks, yeah, okay, someone looks nice, okay, yeah, they're attractive, but that has nothing to do with what's inside. So just because you find someone attractive means nothing of the sort that you'll get a good relationship out of it. Just keep that in your head, because a lot of people today are not comprehending that at all. And I've noticed, in my perspective, maybe you might not agree, but in my perspective, I've seen the people that look really, really good, or are the most attractive to any other person, are the ones that wind up hurting you for some reason, because they feel very confident that they can get whoever they want. And that's exactly how they use it to their advantage. They use their attractiveness to lure you in, and right when they're done with whatever they're doing with you, whether it's sex, dating, just to have someone on the side, no matter what it is, money even, possible. Once they're done, they'll leave you like nothing ever happened, go on right to the next one, do the same thing to someone else. And like I said, this applies to both genders, because both do the same exact thing. So, like I said, don't base everything on looks, and try to really dig into what's inside someone, because what's in here is what makes a great relationship for each and every one that thinks the other person is important to them. So really think on your next person. If you're not talking to anyone at all, really think on the next person that you are going to talk to, and really think on how they treat you and the way you treat them, and if it's the same. If they're putting the same on the table as you are, you should be fine. If they're not, don't even bother, because you're just going to get yourself into another bad relationship that you're not even going to appreciate anything that happened. And for people that are talking to someone, if you think the other person's not even putting half as much as you, really think about what you're doing, because eventually, if that's not the person for you, you'll be sorry, making the same mistake over and over. So please just take any advice I've given you. I hope this advice was helpful, and please subscribe, get the views, like it up, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, @_overimpossible, and that's it. Keep up for my next video, because my next video will be coming out Wednesday. Alright, see you guys later.